image that stays with me is the image of a boy playing on a tank. That tank was meant to destroy, and yet, at that moment, it became a toy. That's the absurdity of the war. Most people, when they see images like this, they think of history or headlines, something far away. But for me, this was something different. This was my childhood. This was my everyday life. Today, my world looks very different. I am safe. I'm a proud mother of 2 boys, and I work on Wall Street. When I see images like this, I think of resilience and adaptation. You know, when war lasts long enough, something very dangerous happens. You accept unthinkable as something normal. Sirens become background noise. Fear becomes routine. Military tank becomes a toy. And children, they don't ask why. They adapt, because adaptation is how you survive. War taught me my first lesson about resilience. Resilience is not about motivation. It's far from it. Resilience is about discipline. It's getting up in the morning even when you don't feel safe and you know it's not safe out there. It's following routines even if there is chaos around you. And it is doing the next right thing every time, even if there is no guarantees, not even for your own life. And that kind of discipline stays with you. It doesn't just stop when the war is over. And it follows you through life. And it followed me through my life, including the time when I moved here to the United States. When I was 3 months pregnant, I started my second bachelor. I took government loan, private loan in order to pay it, and I completed it within 3 years with honors. Years later, I completed Molloy degree, master's degree here at Molloy University, and I graduated with my children in my arms and with a 4.0. And that same discipline was with me when I completed FINRA financial licenses, including supervisor license 9 and 10. Now, I did all of this under very difficult circumstances. I studied at night, slept 2 hours to nothing for almost a decade, so I can work full-time during day and I can raise my children. You know how many times I would put them to bed and just pray that they sleep through the night? Not that I can rest after a busy day, but that I can finish my assignments and that I can study. And then there were times when they were sick. I had no one to lean on. It was just me and my discipline. War taught me truth most people don't realize until it's too late. True wealth is not about having possessions or titles or money. True wealth is your ability to endure, to rise, to keep pushing forward, even if everything around you is falling apart. By 2030, the people who win will not necessarily be the smartest or the luckiest. They will be the ones who are relentlessly resilient and disciplined. Comparing world of war with the world of finance may seem extreme, but at their core, they operate by the same values, by the same rules. They're both unpredictable, they both punish panic, and they both reward focus. One mistake in war can cost you your life. On the other hand, one mistake in finance or deciding not to do anything with your money can cost you years of opportunity. Success and survival belongs to those who remain calm, who plan ahead, who take control of what they can control, and who act without hesitation. Discipline is what separates dreamers from doers. You know, during those times when the sirens scream, motivation is irrelevant. It's completely meaningless. You don't act because you feel like it. You act because you must. You don't have any other choice. Discipline is showing up when no one else would, making those small, consistent steps that compound into life-changing results. It's saving money when it's boring. It's investing money when it's uncomfortable. And it is staying committed while the world is distracted. And it is so easy to be distracted these days with all the social media around. Discipline will be the edge of the next decade, creating winners and legacy makers while others chase trends. Resilience is a hidden superpower. It's not about never breaking. It's about coming back faster, stronger, sharper, better. It's about taking every blow possible, financial, personal, emotional, and making it into fuel for your next move. Imagine a world where industries transform, jobs vanish overnight, and markets swing. Most people will crumble. You know what happens to the resilient ones? They pivot, they rise, they grow, they learn. Resilience is not a skill, it's a lifestyle. I want to tell you a story. During those times when sirens go off, families, including my own, will gather their belongings, and mostly it will be blankets and family photos, and we would run to the shelter. There was fear, but there was also clarity. And I realized something very important at that moment. Your circumstances do not define you, but your response does. Your response to your circumstances. And I applied that same mindset when markets crashed, when clients panicked, that same mindset that kept me grounded, that kept me safe, that saved my life, is the same mindset that can build wealth. I am here today because resilience shaped me long before I knew wealth existed. I am here today because discipline guided me when fear screamed louder than logic. I am here today because I refused to let my circumstances back in Serbia define my future. And I promise you this, every single one of you listening right now has the same capacity. Your fears, your scars, your challenges, they're not obstacles. They're your fuel. They're your leverage. Use it. They're the fire that's going to make you unstoppable. I can still hear the sirens, but today they don't scare me. They remind me of who I became. Someone who doesn't quit, someone who doesn't panic, someone who turns chaos into an opportunity. The wealth of 2030 can belong to the bold, the steady, the resilient, and the disciplined. And you know what is the best part about it? That person can be you, right here and right now. Resilience is strength. Discipline is strategy. And together, they're unstoppable. Thank you.